Have you ever wanted to see and hear Macaulay Culkin in an animated feature film? Then look no further because The Pagemaster is for you. We meet Richard Tyler. He is not just any normal kid, he loves having knowledge about statistics and always uses that in his everyday life, to the point where he doesn't really do much fun. But that all changes when he visits the library and goes on an animated adventure of a lifetime. What's exciting about The Pagemaster is the movie starts out live action, then you're transported into animation, and it is all done very well. This is to show how exciting books can be, and that reading them brings out all the imagination inside of you. We even get to meet some books adventure, fantasy, and horror. They help Rich get back to the exit, and along the way, teach him to not always be scared and conquer his fear. I like how when we are going through this journey, we meet characters from famous stories and books Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Long John Silver, and we even meet this dragon, which I think is from Sleeping Beauty. Speaking of that, we also see Rich mention stories that Disney has made into their own movies, like The Little Mermaid and Aladdin. You gotta admit, and it's pretty funny, especially since this movie was done by Fox, which Disney now owns. So in a way, it's like Disney was referencing their own movies, at least the books they based their movies on. Watching The Pagemaster makes me wonder, what kind of kid goes out saying lots of statistics, and if he knows so much about them, that must mean he reads a lot, so it's kind of strange how a kid that even though lives in fear of doing stuff, learns to not be afraid from going through stories and talking to books. Wait, actually, that makes sense. All the information he gets is from reading, so the only way he will learn is from books. Now I get it. This is what makes you so happy when you see Rich fight this dragon. He gets a sword and shield and slashes away. I feel so inspired. If I ever come across a dragon, I'm gonna do the same, just like Rich. This is when Rich wins and the Pagemaster brings him back to reality. You know, for a movie called The Pagemaster, we barely see any of him. Only when Rich enters the animated world and when he wins and isn't afraid anymore. Same with the librarian, we hardly see any of him. But it's okay, because the librarian is also the host of the making of The Pagemaster. It's very interesting. We see interviews with all the production crew and get to see the Pagemaster himself speak about each area of the movie. You can tell the team really worked hard and developed a movie they knew would be great for all audiences. Everybody I know loves the Pagemaster and viewed it back then and enjoyed it. It's too bad this movie didn't have a big theatrical release. It's considered a bomb, but doing some research, you can understand why. The Pagemaster came out in 1994. Now, what other animated feature released that year? Oh, yeah, The Lion King. The Pagemaster stood no chance. This explains why the movie did well in VHS and TV airings. That's where I first saw it. The Pagemaster is an amazing movie. It teaches us that books can be fun to read and can enhance our imaginations and transport us anywhere we want, and of course, to not be scared of life and to take chances. I feel it's an even better movie today since it's in traditional animation and looks so nice from seeing many other computer animation today. And it isn't very long, only about an hour and 7 minutes without credits. But one final element we need to address about the Pagemaster. Who exactly owns this movie? This was half by Fox and the other was Turner, who Warner Brothers now owns. When Disney purchased Fox, they bought the portion Fox owned. So that means who can distribute the Pagemaster? The Blu-ray is done by Fox, so I'm guessing Disney owns home media rights. But what about streaming? Will the Pagemaster be on Disney Plus or HBO Max? Could it be on both? As of right now, it currently is not on any streaming, at least here in the USA. I don't know about you, but this is something that can keep me up all night thinking where it will end up. Wait a minute. I own the Blu-ray, so who cares? I can watch without an internet connection. Take that, Disney and Warner Brothers.